Hello and welcome to Food Fantasy, the weekly grind. I hope you've all had some good time. It actually hasn't been a week since I uploaded the last episode for Food Fantasy, but it is definitely going to be a week until the next one after this, unless there's going to be an event. There have been 2 new events announced, and I do not know when they will start. If they start sometime during the week, I will of course feature them in a special episode where I simply talk about how I am going to tackle those events. That, however, is not in today's episode. How do I sound though? Do you notice any difference? Because I have switched something in my audio setup and in the software I am using to record. So I do hope that everything sounds a bit better now, a little bit more crisp, and that the audio isn't pitching as much anymore. This is something that I had wanted to do ever since I started recording this series, but it only really became very obvious to me when I started recording for the Vikings episode, and when I watched that, I realized that the quality of my audio was really not the way I wanted it to be. So I went ahead and tried to fix that. Let me know how it sounds, if you like it. And we'll just go jump ahead to the other side of this loading screen, and I'll see you then. Yes, I have been waiting for you as well, Mango Pudding. I have some exciting things to show you. There's been development ever since the last episode. There has been some development in my restaurant, for one, and there has been some development in our guild, secondly. Now, where do I start? I think the restaurant is a really nice place to start. I think I was developing something, minestrone, and I'm also going to check that out. It has flavor stats, but it's not as high as I would like it to be. My tofu is finally over 1000 flavor, which is really nice, but I am pretty sure that I will be hitting a wall sometime soon, because I am pretty close to upgrading it. Well, not close, but almost halfway to upgrading it. So I don't know if I can still get it to the maximum amount of stats. I have, however, played around with some other recipes, and I have recently discovered a recipe with 2300 flavor. I'm just trying to find it right now. Where is that? Oh, there. Fried cod. It also has 2300 flavor, and I am mostly going to cook that whenever I can. Sadly, it uses the same seasoning as the cold tofu, so I might get a bit short on seasoning for that. I'm still looking for other recipes that I can do. It would be nice though to have a very high flavor recipe for every cuisine, because as soon as you have other cuisines, you also get quests for the other cuisines in the restaurant. And of course, there's also the thing where there might be events to cook specific items, or other reasons you might want to have more than just one food to cook all the time. Well, I'm gonna focus a little bit on that. Another one that I will probably start cooking a little more of is unagi don. Actually forgot what the seasoning for that is. I believe it was soy sauce. No. Yeah, it was sparkling wine. I have quite a bit of that. I should probably go ahead and buy as much of that as I can. There's nothing here though. We're gonna buy this condensed milk and these dysalients and this icing. Oh, it's already sold out. Awesome. As you can see, I'm still not having any money issues, so I'm still just buying everything I want. I would really like to buy this, but it's always sold out. Anyway, let me show you what's new in my restaurant. Most things are pretty much the same as from the last time, only that I now have a supervisor. I have chosen to use Skewer as a supervisor. simply because all of her skills are supervisor skills. She has 3 skills and all of them are applicable for the supervisor position. That sadly means I have lost one of my cooks and I am now switching out to some other food salts like plum juice and so on whenever I need to. Now I do believe I once again need to swap out. We can probably still cook a little bit with her. Yeah, it's quite a few. We can still cook. We should send you off though. Bye bye. And I of course still have 3 cooks in Junyoung, Ume, and Hafranball. And sometimes I like to use plum juice when I am really out of cooks. Let's go ahead and cook even more of the cold tofu. I am still primarily focusing on cold tofu because my rank is actually slowly but surely increasing. We are looking at almost top 1000. It would be pretty good if I could reach the top 1000 this week around. I will definitely update you next week in next week's episode if we succeeded or not. As for last week's rankings, I have saved all of these messages so I can claim them with you, and you can see we have done our public orders at 7 AM. My alarm always goes off. In the showdowns I have only reached rank 2924. That I would probably say isn't really such a concern for me. The jump between the rankings really isn't that high, and to really rank high in the showdowns depends on how many crystals you want to spend on getting more tries. It isn't really so much about how strong your team is, so at the moment I'm not feeling too concerned with it. Of course eventually maybe I will try a bit harder. I am already beating the highest ranking teams most of the time in my groups. Perhaps at higher ranks there's gonna be bigger rewards so you can get more points, but for now I'm pretty fine with not ranking in showdowns. I'm just gonna accept that. Catacombs is one of the same things I haven't even placed on the leaderboard, only reaching level 35. I'm mostly just sweeping the catacombs lately. I don't really feel the need to really try to get higher, and then the rewards aren't scaling that well either. I mean, we do get the reincarnators, but whether I get 2 or 4 is really not the biggest issue for me right now. And we even have more public order rewards because tonight I actually woke up at 3 AM. Not because I planned to, it's just that I just woke up and I looked at my phone and it was almost 3 AM and I decided let's just do some public orders. I was half awake, only managed to do 2 of them, but that's fine. As for the disaster, we're slowly but surely getting closer to that rank 1000. I would definitely like also to reach rank 1000 by the end of this week, even though it's a daily thing, so I might not reach it Monday, but sometime during the week. But if I do, I'll definitely let you know if I have or not, if that's even interesting to you. But this is the show where I tell you about my experience with food fantasy, so if you're here watching, that's probably what you want to hear. Now, I'm pretty happy to see that ever since I joined this guild, we have consistently been in the top 100 for the disaster as a guild as a whole, but we have slowly been dropping ranks. I believe we used to be at around 50 to 60 and now we're looking at 80, so we definitely need to improve that a bit so we don't drop out of the top 100. There's really not so much of a jump in rewards. I think you only get more rewards in the top 4. I think 4 gets more, then 3 and 2 get the same, and then 1 gets the most, but really, I don't know. As for the airship, we're also getting a bit closer to rank 1000, although the airship is something that I am not all that massively about as well. I do them as much as I can, but ranking up in the airship isn't really something that I can say is really going to be that easy, because once again it really depends on how many crystals you want to spend in order to do more airships and get more points. Obviously, as you level up you also get more points, but you also need to expend more stamina to fill your airship. And I just don't know if the airship is really, or the ranking at least for the airship is really something that I care so much about. The rewards are really nice though. 150 crystals, 600 points, that's pretty good. And if I get in the top 1000, that's gonna be even better. Now the restaurant fame is definitely something where I'm looking to get into the top 1000 this week. That would mean that I do get 400, or was it 450? I don't know, but I do get at least 50 more soul embers, and that would be pretty good. Now we have picked all of that up. We can also check our dailies. We already have done quite a few of them. Where do I need to click? Okay. I sadly can't just keep clicking, but I guess I can use my spacebar here. Okay, I think I have a rhythm here. I'm not gonna take the stamina though. Not yet, at least. Might do that later. For now, I'm gonna keep that stamina there. Isn't that nice? Getting all these rewards every day. Especially these spirit bottles, these magic bottles. I'm always looking forward to, because they're actually really not that common. They're pretty rare, and I use them really frequently, especially now that I'm cooking a bit less and I'm trying to get more out of my restaurant. I'm definitely making a few more of these just to try and keep my best cook a bit more healthy. Alright, what else? Explorations, we're just basically doing them. I'm having one team out there today. It's not really such a big deal. Fallen Angels, actually, there's been something pretty cool. In here, I have actually managed to get a staunch Ukamochi, and I've been leveling that up for Steak in order to survive a little longer in the disaster. As you can see though, the stats aren't really all that massive yet, but we're working on those. And while I do think I would probably also want to reroll some of these stats here to do a little bit more damage, I do feel like I'd rather work on this first, because I don't know, maybe let's just start with that green stat, and we're just gonna see how quickly we can roll that. So 63, we should probably get something nice if we just keep going. Of course, I'm hoping for at least legendary. Well, at least rare. Better would be epic. Legendary would obviously be the absolute best right now, but I do think that I will simply... You saw me just re-roll the green one because we still have quite a few rolls left, but I'm definitely gonna stop if I get a blue one, a rare one, because I'm trying to evenly distribute things. See, there we go. We've increased this a bit, and I think now we should look at increasing something else, like what I was looking at earlier. One of these stats here. That will definitely spike our damage as well. And I'm doing this because I don't want to only focus on one of my fallen angels right now, but I'm trying to balance it, trying to raise them all at the same time instead of focusing on just one of them. Because really, if I just focus on one of them, then, you know, like, the others are just gonna fall behind, and I just feel better doing it this way. So I'm just gonna take this first stat here. Eeny, meeny, miny, moo. No, let's take the last one. I feel like the last one. And I might also just stop if I get a blue one again. Definitely not with a green one. I love this music. It always calms me down. You know, that defense would have been good on the other one. Always sucks when you roll everything you don't want and not what you need. Well, again, see, it's always the same. Trying to mock me. I just hope I actually do get a good attack here. It would really suck if I ruin this Fallen Angel right now. We did have 50 though. We did have over 50, so I would think that would have been enough. But right now our luck really isn't all that great. I'm definitely gonna stop the next time I get a attack. Okay, we're not gonna touch it anymore. We have gone a full circle, and we're just gonna keep it like that. I'm not really feeling any pressure here whatsoever. However, we can and will claim these. And obviously I can get the reward of 150 soul embers still, and I'm probably going to do that on my phone because I don't have my Facebook linked here, so I can't do that. But yeah, once a week you can actually either summon and get a reward for sharing, or share your fallen angels. And to be honest, I wished it was only gonna be for summon. That way you would get a free summon a week. I would like that, because I'm just not summoning at all unless there's an event, and I'm just saving up, and sometimes I'm like, no, I want to summon, I want to try my luck. So I'm a bit upset that you can also get these from sharing your fallen angels, because if you only got them from sharing your summons, you'd get a free summon a week, and that would be kind of cool. Oh, we got an Eisen, nice. And it's a Tsuchigumo. Nice, nice, nice. Right now I don't really have any fallen angels that I'm raising like with a high priority. There's some low priority ones, but high priorities, not really. What am I? There, this one's missing. So Eisen, I am training this Eisen. Oh, we actually succeeded, nice. That definitely was good. So now we have +7, that's pretty great. I also feel like, did I have an Orochi? A spare one? No, I did not. As for Tsuchigumo, I actually don't know. I feel like, yeah, let's do it. Let's try to get that +5. Even though the rolls are all completely defense here, I may actually, this may actually be better than, let's compare. So this is like 60 and 60, 120, 160, 185, -3, 182, and this one, yeah, but Tsuchigumo is definitely having more, so we're definitely going to use it for our disaster today. We have the airship, but I have not prepared it at all, so I'm probably going to do that at the end of the episode, so I'm not boring you with nonsense too long. Other than that, I have upgraded my Peking duck to 2 stars. He's looking quite a bit stronger now. And I'm just gonna check real fast that we are equipping the right fallen angel for PvP, because that is what we're gonna do first. It is a new week, so we start out with 0 points, and every fight is gonna give us the same amount of points. And I do think we're just gonna go with the bottom left, because it is the most exciting fight for us here. And our team is quite a bit stronger. We're looking at 69,000 now, so let's see. T-Baron, your team looks pretty solid. I'm actually not sure how this is gonna go, although I think it is kind of in my favor since I do have that Peking duck and foy at 2 stars. My tank is also a bit more aggressive, and his hamburger is also just at 4 stars. That said though, Boston Lobster actually deals a lot of damage, so I don't know. I don't know right now. This could go either way, but I definitely want to speed this up. Right now it does not look so good for me. My tank is definitely getting burned quite a bit faster, because there's a bit more single target damage on the enemy side. But you never know. We actually did come out like a slight moment ahead there, and we're through that Boston Lobster rather fast. Yeah, right now it doesn't seem so threatening anymore. Yeah, we got that one in the bag. Boom. That went pretty well, didn't it? Let's see who's next. Honestly, these are all not so exciting. We're just gonna go with the highest number here. Even though this is not gonna be very challenging. Miso soup is really not gonna be that big of a threat here. As you can see, our tank is definitely surviving much longer. Wow, there's 2 healers even. I did not notice there was a milk as well. That is definitely a little lackluster in damage. We hardly took any damage on our DPS so far, and we're almost through the last DPS here, so really you should be working on your team a bit. Although, you know, defense doesn't really matter. You get like 1 point. It's really nothing. I wish they would actually increase the amount of points you get for a successful defense. If it was a little higher, like 10 points, you'd see less of these joke teams like in the top left there, which some people may be happy about that because they can just get their points easily, but I don't like it. I want this to be competitive. I don't want to lose to people. I don't want to go to my report and see that I've lost. Yeah, you know, I don't like seeing this. I don't like that I was beaten by these other people there. And I'm always happy when I get a message about a successful defense. Obviously, people are only really gonna attack you if they think they can beat you. So, yeah, there's that. We have a success rate of 94%. I did not know that. I did not know that. But anyway, this team is also not gonna be much of an issue here. Once again, we have a very weak tank. If you're using a UR tank like Crab on Bao or Gingerbread and they have 0 stars, you're better off using Tom Yum. Seriously, those tanks, while they may be URs, at this level, they're not a threat anymore. Like, seriously, it is almost a joke at this point. At level 60, a 0-star UR is really not a challenge. And then also compared to SRs at like 5 stars, it's really not powerful anymore. So 2 more fights. We have a really good one here in the bottom left, but once again we are looking at a healer, so... But the team other than that is full of URs, so let's just see if these can beat us. They don't have a tank bow. I did not see that, so this is actually easy pickings. Because we're only facing 4 DPS and all their damage is funneled onto our tank. And there's just 2 left. We did take quite a lot of damage there. This B-52 is really staying alive. And he has his ultimate ability as well coming up, so if we get stunned here, that might be... Okay, we didn't get stunned. I was gonna say, if we get stunned, that might actually be a bit dangerous. but in the end it was just 1 DPS against 3, so even though mine was a bit low, lower than I expected, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be a lot easier. We're gonna have more than just 3 DPS standing, but you know, it can always go both ways. Why do both of these good teams have a healer? Although, see, this is what I mean. I see Tosu in both teams that are over 60 here and like 60 power, and I'm just not threatened. I don't feel threatened at all. I feel a little more threatened by the bottom left team because there is a vodka and a black tea, both at 5 stars. And vodka actually has good crowd control. I'm gonna go with this and see how we're gonna do. But I do assume that it's not gonna be a loss for us, simply because of a Tosu, because that's just not a threat anymore, not at this level, not if it has no stars. And as you can see, there's just not enough damage going around here. So we are... Wow, okay, see, that's what I meant. A good placed area of effect stun by vodka actually can be quite a game changer. It still doesn't change the fact that they're using a healer. I would say that if they got rid of that Tosu and put anything a bit stronger in there and get rid of a healer, that would be a team that I would actually not be able to beat, because that vodka is really strong. You saw how much damage that did to me. That was really strong. Vodka is actually really good. I just really haven't focused on her because I've been blessed with summoning both Peking Duck and Foigras early, so they're really a bit better, and there's that, so to speak. Like, I don't need vodka that desperately. I will still want to have her one day, but right now I'm not too focused. I wonder if we are gonna get the Christmas skin for vodka at some point, and I actually might start purchasing some of these B52 shards. Oh, I already bought all of this here, okay. Actually might start purchasing the B52 shards, simply because I already have 3 stars on my mooncake, and I feel okay with it kind of going a bit slower now. But you know, once B52 is at 2 stars, which is soon, I probably also might slow down again with buying his shards. Speaking of shards though, I want to try to do fusions. Let's just click on batch, so we can just use all of that, because I'm really hoping that I can get a red wine shard, because I only need 1. I just need 1 right now. So we're just gonna try fusing 8 times. And sadly we didn't get one, but we can probably still go on because we got a bit of stuff that we can use. So we're gonna do 1 more. 1 more. But I keep using my vodka shards here in the fusion. Alright, I don't really have many R's, so that's not really worth it. But we are going to use these guys, because I don't really care about them, and some UR shards I have to use. Here we go, we got some Crab Longbao. He's a decent tank, so I'm not too mad about that. I would prefer getting Gingerbread, but you know, you get what you get. And I also just wanted to do that because I wanted to show you that I'm actually doing my fusions, because I have had someone tell me that I only have so much money because I don't spend it, and that is absolutely not true. As you saw, I have spent money on enhancing, pretty expensive. I have spent money on shard fusions, pretty expensive stuff, isn't it? And I'm still looking at 27 million gold. I'm also constantly buying stuff here in the store. I'm usually buying everything that I can. especially like seasoning and all that, I buy all of that. And I also buy a lot of these soul fruits. Not so much the small ones, but the big ones I'm definitely buying. I think it's just because I'm not just going online once a day. If you can only play once a day, it's gonna be a bit more difficult. But I'm in a position right now where I can log in every 2 hours or every hour. I definitely don't log in more than every hour, but I do log in every hour and just check my restaurant. It takes like 2-3 minutes and just check it, and just go in here like I am right now. I do this. A lot of times I will also just do the dash and dine customers, and then I realize, okay, there's nothing for me here to do, so we're just gonna be going somewhere else. But I want to go back there in a moment, because what I want to show you is this. Skip that though. We finally do have the beast dumpling. We have managed to defeat the guild boss, and now we have a beast dumpling. You can check out his stats if you click this, and this is really funny. On my phone I cannot read the full text on the right side because the UI just scales. When you have a small phone screen like an iPhone SE as I have, it cramps the text boxes to the point where you actually can't read them anymore. So I always have to check on my computer what percentage we now get. It does say during main quest battles. If any of you knows if this also applies to like catacombs and like the disaster and stuff like that, let me know, because there's rumors that this also increases the attack you do in the disaster and the catacombs, which would basically mean that if you are in a strong guild, it's just gonna snowball. You're in a strong guild, that means your beast dumpling is also gonna be strong, which is making you stronger because you get better rewards from all these things, and it's gonna make your beast dumpling stronger. So I'm curious whether that is just a rumor or not. If it was actually applying to the disaster and catacombs as well, then wow, that would be pretty cool. That said though, it's another dump of stamina because you can feed it 20 times a day, which means you have to cook 20 dishes for it, and it always has different favorite dishes. Yesterday I got a bit lucky because it wanted me to cook cold tofu for it, which is really what I want to cook anyway, and I had a bunch of materials for it. Today it wants calamari, which I already fed it 4 so far, and I can do 16 more. So we have to go now and cook 16 calamari. I don't even know if I have enough materials for that. Oh, we can make exactly 10 right now. Okay, and this is 5 more. So we want 1, 2, 3 more, and that should be 6 more. Right, that is 16. But you can see how that is another source of stamina. But right now I'm really wanting to funnel my stamina in this little guy, because I don't like being at the bottom of the list in terms of beast power. There's a ranking for this, and I don't like that our beast dumpling is the weakest right now, so I'm definitely contributing here. Another thing is that we don't know right now whether it does increase our power in the disaster and the catacombs, so there's that as well. And we also really want to level up to the next rank, to level 6 so we can have 6 more members. By the way, right now we only have 58 members, so if you use Discord and if you're looking for a guild that is semi-serious but still easy to be around and with fun people, then you can totally come join us. Our ID is, as you can see, 306 here in Gloryville. You can also just send me a message or add me or something like that. You can also see our Discord here, so if you just join that and say you want to join the guild, we can make that happen most likely. And we're also going to level up to the next rank soon, so we're going to have a little bit more space. And I think it is time. Yes, it is time. So what are we going to do next? Next, I think we are going to, do the guild boss, which means we have to adjust our fallen angels. There. Confirm. And we have upgraded one stat on... No, we have not upgraded. I forgot we went full circle. Totally a waste, but what can you do about it? It sometimes happens. And I think Miso has his Eisen. Yes. Okay, that's all we need to do. Now we need to go into the guild boss and fight him. This has now changed. We are now looting energy to feed our little guy from fighting this guy, and he's now level 1, so if we beat him again he's gonna upgrade to level 2, and you get like one of these devouring beast tears. So you hit him and he cries, and the more you hit him, the more powerful this tier is. It's a bit sadistic, but it's kind of funny. So we're gonna go ahead and we are going to do this just like we always do. It's still the same team as it always has been. We have since upgraded Miso Soup though, so we might be doing a little bit more damage here. But other than that, it's just the same as always. Nothing new, nothing new. Yeah, this is so relaxing right now. I'm sorry if I'm not really talking a lot. I guess I should, since this might be the first of my videos you're watching. So we're currently fighting the guild beast, the devouring beast, and I'm using the setup of healers that is most recommended here with type 1 and Miso Soup, and I'm just going back and forth healing with the one, then with the other. And now that we are close to 3 minutes, I am going to slow down the time because the boss is going to use his ultimate ability, which is a fireball, and there he goes. And Tang 1 is really strong here because she can make your entire team invulnerable, so you don't get hit by that. So if you're trying to do more damage here, and you have Tang 1 and Mooncake, but you're not using it in the guild boss, well, start using it. It's gonna make the biggest difference for you. And if you want a guide for this whole thing, I've made a guide, check it out. It's a bit long, but it's there. If you're really trying to improve and you don't know how, then give it a watch. Now, sometimes this ultimate attack is not so consistent. It's usually between the minute mark and 40 seconds. You're just gonna have to wait sometimes. One time it was so late that I actually lost one of my food salts. And the last one is always super late, which is why I don't feel bad about using Tang 1's skill there pretty late. Right, and it's usually now at around 48 seconds or so left. Yeah, it's usually around that time. There we go. Survived all of it. Great. We weren't silenced either. I like seeing that. I'm gonna see if we can get away with not using Miso's skill here. Just so he may have a few more chances using his basic attack to deal a bit of damage. I didn't want to lose Sanma there in the last moment. So there we go. We're feeding our little guy. Oh lord, look at it. How cute is that? Wow. So we're basically just hitting the big guy so that the small guy can eat its tears. That is so wrong in a way. But there you have it. This is now the standard. And it's also gonna tell you how much energy it has received. And if you look at the damage ranking, I think it still shows you the damage dealt though. Yeah. Oh wow. I'm actually the rank 1 for today. But that's just because a lot of the people haven't dealt their damage yet. Let's look at this a bit. How are people doing? This guy is slowly improving. Madame Spider is not really improving though. I just wish that all of you guys who are not dealing so much damage despite being a pretty good level, like 53, you know, and like 57, just, you know, come watch my guide on this. I may shoot them a message because it shouldn't be so hard. Like I feel like dealing more than 80,000 damage when you're at that level, it's not really that hard. Have you finished some missions yet? No, not yet. But we're getting close. We're definitely getting close. People still need to wake up. That's just how it is. The next thing we need to do is the disaster. So we have to swap our Stakes Fallen Angel. And we're just gonna have to compare these now, because obviously we get a little bit of a boost here. 558. Okay. And what if we equip that Tsuchigumo here? 551. Okay, so even though the stats are higher, we do get more out of this. Huh. Interesting. I was sure, but I calculated this and the Tsuchigumo should give me more. Nope. Nope, we actually get more out of this. Interesting. It's not a lot more, but it is more, so I'm gonna use it. Around that we need to go and equip this, and also no, that's all we need to do. So let's go in here and fight. I'm kind of tempted to try and use some of these other things here. Like I'm tempted to just use 30 crystals for the attack speed or for the crit power, just to see how much it increases my damage. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do that. Bam. And
this time I'll make a memorable impression.
This time we're gonna make a memorable impression. Let's see how much that really does for us. Okay, so they're definitely attacking faster. I would like to know by how much it actually increases my attack speed. Oh, by 10,000 points. That's not that much. Let's see how much that means in terms of damage and skill activation here. How long are we surviving and all that? Oh nice, we just got a really good dispel at a really great time. The timing was pretty good there. This one also wasn't too bad. It's always great when you can see that the random skills are working the way they should. They're happening when you want them to. Yeah. Sadly there we just did use the skill before we got debuffed. Still, Lava Kongi, it was definitely not a bad choice to focus on her. Sadly, I could not get her above 3 stars, and I almost feel like it was not even possible. Simply considering that you're limited to 3 delivery orders at a time, and also being only able to do orders when they are available, and the fact that they take quite some time. I consider that it may have not even been possible to get further than that. Maybe to 4 stars, maybe.
They haven't come back.
But I've almost used all the crystals on the event that I could. There was like a limit to what you could buy, so oddly enough, I feel like 3 stars is almost the most you could do. Okay, so we did 508,000. That is definitely more than I've ever dealt. So the attack speed is worth it. If you're trying to do more damage, attack speed is worth it. That's all I can say. I don't know if it's better than the others, but it does increase my damage by... Well, I mean, my best before this was 374,000. So that's over 100,000 increase, and I haven't done so much to my food salts. We also haven't survived a whole lot longer. Yeah, that's not so bad. I wonder how the crit rate is doing, like how much that really does. Maybe I'll test that next week. We're just gonna test things. Where are we looking though with this ranking? Oh, we are in the top 500. That ain't so shabby. So what is top 100 right now? It is 1,800,000. Okay, that's more than 3 times as much as we did. That's still pretty far away, but still, I feel like being top 500 is pretty good. How much do we get out of this? 25. We get 25 crystals out of that. If we would stay in the top 500. Meaning that I'm actually not that far away from actually being able to sustain myself using those abilities. Because as soon as it's only 5 a day, it may be worth it to get more of the cooking power. Because the cooking power is really more important to me right now, because, I mean, 15 crystals isn't really, you know, like, it's not a lot. I mean, it adds up over time, but seriously, I'm more interested in the cooking power, honestly, because right now I get 1,000. It would be nice getting 3,000 a day. Even just getting 1,500 a day would be pretty nice. But yeah, right now, if we're staying in the top 500, we're getting 3,000. That might be worth it. I might consider doing that every day. Not sure yet. Definitely, if I can manage to get into the top 100, I will continue doing it and continue spending 30 crystals but getting 50 crystals back. That is completely worth it to me. Completely. And I'm surprised that I'm actually not that far away. Sure, we still have a lot to do in order to get even higher damage, but we're definitely looking very solid right now already. If we can upgrade our steak soon, which reminds me, we have 78 chests, so let's use them all. And we got 8 steak shards. That is pretty good. Also 8 vodka shards. I'm considering using those again right away. I don't know. I'm not too into vodka right now. I just feel like it's one more food soul that I would have to focus on, and I already have so much I need to focus on. If you spread yourself too thin, you really are in the danger of not increasing much. So right now what I'm really looking for is that I really want to exchange my black tea for the disaster and for the guild boss. So I'm really hoping to get one more red wine shard. Just one more, you know? Because if we got one more, I think it may already be worth using him over black tea. Naturally, we would have to test it out, and we also really do need to level up his skills then. I just feel like I don't want to commit to leveling up his skills until we have him at 2 stars. So we really just need one more shard. It's so frustrating when you need one more and the game is just refusing. It's just refusing to give you one more shard. I have been tempted to use my tiramisu shards, but I feel like I shouldn't, because she's not bad in catacombs, honestly. Sweet tofu is better, of course, but at the same time she isn't bad right now for me, so I am going to continue using her. Not what I wanted. Screw you, game, screw you. But we're gonna continue, and I know for a fact that it is possible, even though it does not say so. It does not say that you can get his shards in the fusion like you see for Sanma. It actually does say shard fusion and airship, but I have definitely gotten red wine shards in the shard fusion. Specifically yesterday I got one, and that means I'm now only one away, and it is so frustrating. It is absolutely frustrating. It may be simpler for me to just use hamburger, but to be honest, I don't want to. I really don't like hamburger. It's a good free-to-play choice though. But really, I don't know. I don't feel like stressed about it. So that who can we upgrade? Oh, we can upgrade plum juice. We have a lot of plum juice shards. Well, I don't really think I will be using him, but sure, let's actually use those. I didn't know I had so many of his shards. No, we have quite... Oh, we did just get them in the boxes. I forgot. Maybe we get something good. Yeah, that doesn't look so bad. And you know me already. If you watch my videos, I am definitely going to use up everything I can to try and get another red wine shard. I'm also tempted to use my tongue wine shards, because honestly right now she's healing enough in my guild beast fights, so I'm just gonna do it. I don't really feel like I need to upgrade her to 5 stars. Come on. But we did get a Sanma. I am pretty happy about that. And we do have 5 shards once again that we can use. So it's 2, 3, 4. Did we get a 5th one that we don't need? Huh. I guess I looked wrong. Well, too bad we didn't get that last red wine shard. I'm still gonna try it every day. Every day I'm gonna go and try to get that shard. We're almost at level 60. We are almost at level 60. But if you want to go ahead and add me, this is my card. And I should probably delete some of my inactive friends, make room for new ones. But this is pretty much the end of the episode now. I am now gonna go and do the airship. And, you know, do a little bit in my restaurant, research some more recipes for the Gloryville, because right now I'm only needing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more of them, and then I can get the Light Kingdom recipes. And then I need to improve all those flavor foods so I can get more and more fame. I am cooking a little bit of other stuff in between. Like, I'm still cooking salmon sometimes, just for a little bit of gold when I don't have a lot of juice left in my food salts. I hate this bug. Sometimes you just have to go and actively look at your ice arena to know the status of your food salts. But yeah, this is one of those moments where now I will be using plum juice. I'll go in here and select my plum juice. And we're just gonna cook something. What are we gonna cook? We are gonna cook some cold tofu. Yes. You could argue that it isn't so good that I'm only cooking 186 of them, but it's gonna be the 30 minutes it takes for Hawthorn Ball to be fully recharged, and then I can swap them out, and yeah. Everything is how it is supposed to be right now in my restaurant. I'm hoping it can upgrade soon, but it's probably gonna take until the end of the week. But that would be pretty cool. I wish it would tell you what you get when you upgrade it. I am actually really hoping I get another seat. Another seat would be nice. Let's see. I get the most fame from old grandpas. Okay. Grannies also. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if you can really do much there, like you can improve some things and so on. Yeah. Let me just clear a few of my friends' Rubus away. That's another thing I just do every day, you know, just get rid of these. You get a little bit of gold each time. Not much, but it's a bit, you know, it's like 5,000. It's a bit. Boom. And the sound is really hilarious. Also, I find it really interesting to look at other people's restaurants. Like, I don't know why, I just find it interesting to see what they're doing with their restaurants. How they're furnishing it and all that. Like... like this is just interesting. Oh, there's like a guitar here. Interesting. Okay. This is interesting to say the least. How many seats are we having here? Oh, that's 9 seats as well. Same as mine. And like lots of candles just littered around. I wonder if that is really important, if you really do need as much appearance as possible, but it's just interesting. Oh, this one looks interesting as well, doesn't it? That's pretty cool. Actually, yeah. This is really interesting. It looks like a resort or something like that. Like, pretty cool how he has like made this fence here, and how there's like these dividers. I'm also using them in my restaurant, but they also really look nice in the open air, and the palm trees and everything. It's really cool. Like, yeah, I'd want to go there and eat there, you know, like at the beach, and just enjoy a nice little mango smoothie. Also pretty nice choice here. Looks really nice. Let's get rid of your Aruba so this restaurant can function a bit better. Oh, this is someone I added recently. Okay, we have like a little heart going on here. That's pretty funny. And all these bunnies. Bunnies, big, huge bunnies. I would not be comfortable eating there. I will admit that. I would not be comfortable here. It's just a bit cold, you know, there's not much decoration. And the tables are a bit too close to one another. And those bunnies staring at you would probably kind of mess me up. And I'd also wonder what kind of demonic ritual is going on over here. Like trying to summon the demon of something. Oh, I like those tables. Those tables are probably diamond items, but I like them. Those are pretty cool. Or were they from some event or something like that? I don't know if I've seen them in the store, but those tables are really cute. I feel like they're more outdoor tables though. Like I could imagine, like, let's say Rome, and you know, you have like this restaurant and it's kind of like at an intersection, but it's more like not a car intersection, but more like, you know, it's like at a little, what's it called? I don't know, like a big open space where lots of people are walking, with maybe a fountain in the middle or something like that. What is that called again? I use that word all the time, and it's always used when I'm watching my City Skylines series. So what is that called again? A plaza. There we go. This is totally like one of those, like these tables are totally like made for like a plaza restaurant, like French or Roman or something like that. Like in Rome, Italian, Belgium. Like it looks so European, but definitely not German because that's where I'm from. And it definitely looks European, and you know, you can just imagine this little corner shop with these outside, and you're just walking past and you just want to sit down and have a coffee and a snack. I like this. I like this. Let me check if that's something that you can actually build from stuff you can buy in the store. But yeah, like these packs are also interesting, you know, when you can look at how they furnished them and all that. But they're just a bit expensive. Oh, this is a gold pack. This is diamonds again, I think. I actually really like the Eastern Inn. Like, I like this because you can also click on the preview, and this looks really cool. Like, I like this here in the back is really cool. And this divider as well, super cool. I also really like the floor and the little bonsai plant. Not the biggest fan of these tables. These are cool though, but these tables, not the biggest fan. It's a bit too expensive for me though. Like I will be honest about that. This is the one I'm using, the set I'm using, and they're having it a bit more simple. But I actually like this here on the top. Like this is pretty cool, like how it has like these dividers and then this, but I feel like it's just a bit too simple. Mine looks definitely cooler, but this one's also pretty cool. Like this is like this resort one. It's a bit more open than what we've seen earlier. I feel like you definitely want to have kind of like a fence around it. Like I definitely continue these around it a bit more. Now this is also interesting. Oh, look at these. These are super cute. And like this little... Wow, this is really nice. You know, this is really nice. Actually, you know, with these little fences. And like these chairs and all that. Reminds me at a place I actually used to work at. I used to work at a beer garden, if you know what that is. It's like a German type of restaurant where you go to drink beer and eat very hearty food and have a laugh and all that with people, and a lot of it is self-serving, so that really does look like a beer garden to me, you know, like because you have like self-service, and I can just imagine, you know, how there's like a a window here, or like a place where you order and then, you know, your food gets prepared, and that's super cool. Like this, and there's like a little chair where like a person can sit and like check that, you know, everything's fine outside here and all that. Also looks a bit like a garden party. I'm sorry if I'm getting sidetracked looking at these things. It's just, I find it so interesting. So these are the tables for the Orient one. I actually really like this table, so I definitely wanted to have it in my restaurant. Oh, look, there's more outside sitting French restaurant tables. These are definitely cute, but I don't know about those backrests. Those are a bit weird. They're a bit too far back. I mean, you want to be able to sit upright. Oh, the Christmas one is really nice as well. Really nice. Yeah, this one's really nice. I like this one. There's tons of decor. Tons and tons and tons. I really don't want to spend diamonds on it though, because honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the appearance really does. I might have to research that a bit. Might have to research this a bit. I do like though that they increased the amount of things you can buy recently, like the flowers, this one and that one. I like that they've increased the things you can buy with gold. This one's also pretty new. The bookcase, I do own it, but I don't know, I don't think it looks really good. Definitely a fan of this farm field though. The farm field is pretty cool. I also really like this cypress tree. Oh, it's a cypress. It doesn't look like a cypress. It looks like a bonsai tree. I'm sorry. It just really doesn't look like a cypress. Maybe I'm just used to cypresses that look a bit different. Alright, that is the outside one. You can actually... Yeah, that's the one where the floor was what we just saw. Oh, is this an outdoor one? I guess the Orient one? Outdoors? Yeah, it almost looks outdoors, like these are the buildings. Oh, are these actually functional tables? No, I think this is on the wallpaper. Yeah, this is totally the wallpaper and it's not functional. Because if you look at the wallpaper, where is it? Here. You see it. Yeah. But it's a pretty cute wallpaper, isn't it? And then we have that floor as well, and the time scars. Interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna spend too much money on my restaurant. Definitely not any crystals. Oh, I can also share my restaurant in order to get the 150 rewards here. I wish, like I said, I really wish it was actually not the case. I wish that you would only get those 150 if you do a summon and share that, because that way I would get one free summon a week, because I want to summon so badly right now. Like, I want to summon, you know, like just once, but without losing the embers. I know that sounds stupid, but I really want to. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry to drag this episode out needlessly. You obviously didn't have to watch, so if you're still here and you're blaming me for that, well, screw you. Screw you. I'm gonna go eat dinner now, lunch now, and then I have a few things to do. And I might already record a episode of the Viking series. I was almost tempted to record the first episode, because the voice quality, the audio quality just isn't so good. But I'll decide that later. For now, I'm really hungry, so I'm not really thinking about recording at all. I'll see you again in Food Fantasy either next week on Monday or sooner if the events come out sooner than that, because they didn't give a date. Pretty odd. Usually they'd give you a date, but this time around there was no date, so I don't know when these events are gonna be, but that's when I'll see you, or you'll see me. Well, technically we can't see each other, but you can listen to me at least. So until then, ta-ta.